when Kurt Angle came on the scene, I put him, his athletic ability took him a notch above everybody else. Shawn Michaels during his, the athletic ability, it just takes you up a notch or two. Will right now doesn't have a peer, in my opinion, athletically.
We also have a situation going on where at Forbidden Door on June 30th, the upcoming pay-per-view, Toni Storm is going to be wrestling, correct me how to pronounce her name, Mina.
Mina,
and now but in the middle of this is Mariah May, who's going to be in both corners. How is that going to happen?
I love it. Intrigue.
Yes.
Intrigue. And that's right up our alley. To go back, because we like to talk sports, there's not much intrigue in the NBA Finals. With the Boston Celtics up 3-0, not a lot of intrigue. If we were going into game 5 or games, game 5, 2 games apiece, it's a different story. And so there's a lot of intrigue. Toni has an incredible amount of momentum with all facets, in ring, outer ring, and Mina coming on the scene and Mariah kind of being the wild card here. Just the fact, out of everything that's advertised on the Forbidden Door card, Bill, out of, I think there's 6, 7, maybe 8 matches already advertised. I may be off a few.
Yeah.
You pick that one. So you tell me if they're doing the right job.
Oh, sure. I mean, right away, that intrigued me immediately as soon as I heard that little bit of angle thrown in that Mariah is going to be in my corner and Mariah is going to be in my corner. It's clear and black and white.
Yep.
That's the best I could say it.
Yep.
We've got a little scouting report here. So we've got a terrific world champion, Swerve Strickland. I'm going to do a little Prince Nana there. So let's talk about the strengths and weaknesses of the current AEW World Heavyweight Champion.
You know what? I'll let you armchair quarterbacks play strengths and weaknesses, and the mark of a true champion, because there's not a talent out there that doesn't have an Achilles heel.
Yeah.
The talent and the strategy is play to your strengths and stay away from your weaknesses. Swerve has absolutely done that. He's charismatic, very, very athletic, fearless in a very, very positive way. Sometimes being fearless can be your Achilles heel. I don't see that. I don't see Swerve having a chink in his armor today.
Okay, let's take Will Ospreay. Will Ospreay has made a hell of an impression on wrestling fans all over the world. I watch the shows every week, and I'm highly impressed with him. He's a high flyer. He's also a great mat wrestler. Give us your take on Will Ospreay.
Athletically, he has no peers in the industry right now. As generational talents roll through. When Kurt Angle came on the scene, I put him. His athletic ability took him a notch above everybody else. Shawn Michaels during his, the athletic ability, it just takes you up a notch or two. Will right now doesn't have a peer, in my opinion, athletically. He's got an incredible amount of charisma. He's got international experience on almost on another level. Most successful wrestler.
Japan. He's been all over the place.
He's been all over the place. But here in the United States, in a lot of ways, the mecca of professional wrestling. No disrespect to Japan, no disrespect to Germany or England or Mexico or Canada.
That other company?
Well, no, I'm saying geographically that Will stepping on this stage week in and week out, that's kind of the proving ground. And so far, he's on a roll. We're going to find out at the Forbidden Door. I think it's more of a measuring stick for Will, and that comes with a lot of weight than it is for Swerve.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you. I have room for two more questions here, and this is one of them. If you're sitting there, armchair, Swerve defending his title against Will Ospreay, that's going to happen on June 30th. Who do you pick?
Hey, how do you bet against Swerve? I just don't think you do right now. I don't think you bet even against Ospreay. I would not bet against Swerve. I say Swerve retaining.
We've got Jon Moxley defending the IWGP title against Naito. Tell us about Jon Moxley. I mean, he's still he's got to be one of the just all-time toughest brawlers in the business.
He has, when we did Double or Nothing last month in Vegas, and we talked about on the pre-show, we talked about buying just the 5-year history and Jon debuting, and Jon has a long history in this business back to the and so kind of the molding, and look, he had success with the WWE at the highest level, but since he kind of arrived and we'll call it that other character went away, and Jon Moxley again, he is playing a massive, it's not even a shred of his personality. I think it's in his DNA, and he's been damn near unstoppable. So I don't see him losing at Forbidden Door either.
All right. Before we go, what would you like to, first of all, where can fans find you on social media?
Oh, it's very, very simple. All platforms, Twitter, or I'm still say Twitter, X, Instagram, Facebook, all at Real Jeff Jarrett, and actually I have a website that can take you at realjeffjarrett.com that answers all the questions, take you anywhere you want to go. As far as
that's great. And what do you want to say to the fans that have supported you or booed you through the years?
You know what, Bill, I'll say this in closing. A couple of years ago, Conrad Thompson, after he literally tried to get me to do a podcast over 4 years. And I told him, no, absolutely not. A, people don't care about the old stories. B, I don't want to retell. I don't want to talk about or retell. I'm always a very forward thinking, look in the, forget the rearview mirror, look in the windshield, where am I going? And that is my life without question. I'm very positive, upbeat. Sometimes people call me a delusional optimist. But my podcast drops every Tuesday, a new episode. And so the fans that have supported me, and I get to go back and look at whether it's a match or a pay-per-view or a story or a rivalry, and really peel the layers of the onion back. I'm very appreciative of the ups and downs and the good, the bad, and the ugly, all those different times. And look, the fans have been there through April of '86, and we are now in June of 2024. So I'll let you do the math, but it's been a few years.
I'm bad at math, but I know what you're talking about. I started even before this. So, yeah. And we're going to dedicate this particular Apter Chat episode to a very dear friend of ours who's not here anymore, Toby Keith.
There you go. A man, Tobe. Gone way too soon, but God called him home. And I tell you what, he certainly left me with a lot of life lessons and a lot of memories. And it's easy for me to say.
What was your favorite song? What was your favorite Toby Keith? What was your favorite Toby Keith song?
Oh man, there's too many to name. Bill, I don't like to say one favorite. We laughed and cut up on so many, and there's all this, but as good as I once was, I'll tell you that story maybe the next Apter Chat.
Okay, sounds good.
Specifically, I like that, but man, there's too many. He's got a incredible catalog.
Mine was "You Shouldn't Kiss Me Like That." I'm a ballad guy. That was my favorite song. I karaoke that song once a week. So, thank you, Jeff Jarrett.
God bless your audience. Thanks, Bill. Appreciate you.
Thank you, Jeff Jarrett, here at the Apter Chat with Bill Apter. We'll see you at the matches.